Well, good evening, lovebirds. Welcome to your Love Empowerment Hour. You are now sitting with the Suttons, where we are all about making marriage great again. We're your hosts, Tristan and Cece, and we want to thank you, our KYND listeners and Facebook Live viewers, for joining us tonight. You are now sitting with the Suttons.
Indeed, indeed. Please like, share, follow us on Facebook, and make sure that if you're listening to the radio, tune in, and you can watch us live at Tristan and Cece.
So, I'm excited. Because I'm always excited about our topics, and T is like, why are you excited? You should you should feel maybe empowered or some big bold word. But I'm excited because anytime we get the chance to talk about how to make marriage great again, that's an opportunity where we're strengthening our community. And tonight's topic I particularly like because many times we forget that, you know, this marriage thing, it comes and goes in phases. It really does. It has some cycles in it. But with it almost being summer here, you know what that means.
It's hot.
That's true. It's hot. It's hot. But what that also means, it's time to jump on a plane and get the heck out of Houston. Yeah. And for those of you who fly often, you know that these trips don't always go as smoothly as we had hoped for them to go. You have two types of travelers. T, let's talk about these two types of travelers.
So, you know, you got those traveler number one who prepare and then over prepare. I mean, they stay woke when it comes to traveling. They get to the airport 4 hours early, bring 2 forms of ID just in case. They pack their drawers in their purse or their backpack just in case luggage is lost.
True.
And they can have some clean underwear when they land. And then they have a game plan, though. They're ready for whatever may come their way.
They got the excursions planned.
They got it all planned out. They know what hotel, what beverages are served, and the menu and all that stuff. Okay. Then you got the other ones. Right. I think the ones like CC. They just go with the flow. There ain't much preparation. They either packing the night before or the morning of. They arrive at the airport 15 minutes before their flight takes off.
I'm better than that.
And that's not even talking about international. And then their luggage is too heavy, so they unpacking at the counter, drawers all over the floor, trying to make room for the weight.
That would kind of be.
That would be.
But we come with a bag because you already know I'm overpacked. Yeah. First of all, let me just say that the suitcase by itself is already 50 pounds.
Yes, it is.
I mean, I need somebody to agree on that. It's already heavy as it is. So once you throw in your clothes, that's only 10 pounds. It's over.
Clothes. And your products.
Well, so just like with traveling, preparation is essential.
It is.
And your preparation for marriage, I would say, is just as essential. Even more crucial. Absolutely. And, you know, ultimately, you don't want to be like that first traveler where when you look up, my marriage has failed because I didn't take the time to really prepare for this thing. Right. So tonight's topic, it's levels to this.
Levels to this.
Shout out. Who we shouting out to? Because I know they come from a song.
Poor Meek Mill. The street philosopher from Philadelphia.
The street philosopher from Philadelphia. So it's levels to this. And we're going to be talking about the 3 levels of marriage and how to get through them. Okay? Right. So tonight's topic, we're going to tie it in with flying. And when we talk about these 3 levels, we're going to equate them to what it's like when you get on that plane to fly. Sometimes when you fly, well, actually, every time you fly, you should actually be listening to the stewardess who gets on the microphone and says, okay, I need everyone's attention. I need to show you how to go about using the oxygen masks and how to use the floating device under your seat. But what do most of us do whenever she gets on the mic?
We looking at our phone until they tell us to cut it to put it on airplane mode. We are listening to music.
But why are we not listening to the person that is actually trying to save our life? There's a 50-50 chance that plane will either stay in the air or be in the water.
Because we think we know it all. We think we got it all together.
We think we got it all together. Sounds like to me that's kind of how it goes with whenever, you know, we're getting ready to get married. You know, we think we have it all together. We don't need no premarital counseling. They can't tell us nothing. But once the stuff hits the fan.
When the funk hits the fan, all the couples want the van.
Tristan always got a song for something. But that's essentially what happens. You know, we wait until that dire hour when we absolutely need someone to step in before the justice of peace steps in.
Absolutely. And it's just like when that stewardess instructs you to put on your oxygen mask first. The same applies to marriage. You have to take care of you before you can take care of someone else.
That's so true.
You know, if we're crashing, I can't save you if I'm suffocating.
That's so true. We cannot stress enough the importance of knowing and accepting that your marriage marriage will, not maybe, not if, will go
Definitely.
through seasons.
It will.
And you will have to be prepared for these. And there's nothing worse than trying to go into a test unprepared.
Oh, we know about that. Well, Cece was summa cum taya colade. So, test was no problem for her. Some of us had
That's
to
because
study
I studied, but
40 days and 40 nights.
Well, let's go ahead and jump into phase 1. This phase, we are going to call it now boarding.
All aboard?
All aboard.
All aboard.
Now boarding, this is the phase where we are so in love. We think that we are getting ready to marry the perfect person. This person could do absolutely no wrong. He's just the stars and the moon. We have posted all of our pictures on social media. Everything that's lovey-dovey. We get on everybody's nerves because every other hour we are posting some picture about each other. The birds are chirping. He's so silly. So this is the phase where you're more tolerant of each other's imperfections. You're willing to make it work. I love you. I want you. I want to keep you. Even though we probably shouldn't be as tolerant during this stage. But might need to be. Some of us have given one too many chances. But this is the stage where we're giving a lot of chances and we're loving and we're wanting to make things work. The most important thing about this phase, though, is that we really should be focusing on establishing a firm foundation instead of spending so much time in planning the wedding. And we all know how much planning weddings has been glamorized. It's all about the wedding production. But after we jump the broom, we're not always quite as prepared.
People spend more time and energy planning the wedding versus planning the relationship.
That's so true. Facebookers, if you are in that phase right now, I want you to type in the comment box, phase 1. That's all I want you to say. Phase 1. That is phase 1, now boarding. T, you remember this phase in our relationship?
I know you do. I know you certainly do.
It's something about when you are getting ready to come up on the altar, I mean, you just have all these emotions and feelings about this person. They're all very, I don't know, it's kind of surreal.
All the warm and fuzzies.
All the warm and fuzzies. And y'all, I'm going to go in and admit on the airwaves that during that phase, I cannot call it. I don't know what it was, but when Tristan and I would kiss, I would lose my balance.
Ooh, say that again.
I don't know. I ain't saying it.
I get so weak. All right.
I don't know what it is. I'm not a sappy person. I call it like I see it. But there was something about my equilibrium that was off during that time. I guess
the boy just threw you off balance.
I don't know. I'll admit it, though. I'll admit it. If you had some kind of experience like that, ladies, I want you to type that in the comment section. There's just something that's just so fascinating about being engaged and about to marry the person of your dreams.
Absolutely. I didn't get weak in the knees, but I was very happy.
He was very happy. He was very happy. He was very, very happy. In fact, a little tidbit about the Suttons. We already knew we were going to get married. We had already booked the chapel and everything before he even
everything done.
Before he even asked.
Before I bought a ring, proposed, I got mama's permission, booked the chapel. Didn't even know she was going to say yes, but I knew she was going to say yes. But he knew. But I knew because I had a weak in the knees.
But that's just that exciting time. But again, as you are just as excited about the wedding, you need to be really, really pouring time into preparing, laying down that foundation for that marriage. Preparation is so key. So here are 3 tips to help you through the now boarding phase.
All right, so we're going to start off with the word. Proverbs 24:3. By wisdom a house is built, and through understanding it is established. So like I've said in many episodes, that foundation is crucial. You have to have that steadfast, something that you can lean on and build upon. So number 1, take premarital counseling so you can really find out the truth about what marriage is, not just what you see on TV, what your mom and daddy went through in your family, but you want to make sure that you can establish the right foundation deeply rooted in God through those marriage counseling sessions. You want to tell them about how many we took, Cece?
I felt like all we did during that time was went to premarital counseling. And we did that because, we both come from single parent homes. Our mothers were absolutely phenomenal in preparing us to be good citizens, but we needed to understand what did it take to be strong husbands and wives. So we took 3
all true
premarital counseling.
All true.
Yeah.
Took 1 from our pastor who was marrying us. We took second one from a church we were visiting or attending at a time, and the third one, we're not even Catholic, but we went to a Catholic premarital counseling weekend boot camp.
Yeah, we did, where all the mosquitoes seem to congregate for the weekend as well. We want to thank you for tuning in this hour. We're getting ready to go to a quick commercial break, but as soon as we come back, we will share with you the other two last solutions to getting through the now boarding phase. Stick around, like, share, and follow Tristan and Cece on Facebook. We look forward to hearing from you tonight. World where the divorce rate is at an all-time high, we're here to offer you real-life relationship advice to help you navigate to and through your marriage.
Whether you're single or married, join us every Wednesday at 7 p.m. for Your Love Empowerment Hour with our new show,
Sitting with the Suttons, where we're all about strengthening our community by making marriage great again. Find us on Facebook at Tristan and Cece. Whether you're single or married, join us every Wednesday at 7 p.m. for Your Love Empowerment Hour. Sitting with the Suttons.
Sitting with the Suttons. Wednesdays, 7 p.m. on 1520 KYND.
Actress, radio host, and mother. Please welcome to Money Making Conversation, the incredible Yolanda Adams. Come on out there, girl. Let's talk about the KYND radio launch and all that.
Yes,
Let's talk about it.
radio launch next week, July 6th. We are on live. Myself,
Come on now.
Marcus D. Wiley, and AV. We are back together, full force. We are so excited. Can I tell you how excited we are about being at KYND? I mean, look at y'all. Look at y'all.
Yeah.
This right here is like amazing.
Yeah.
Hi, this is Nicole R. Coleman, host of the new show, Super Bold Live. Each week, I will feature real people just like you that have stepped out on faith, overcome fear, and made bold moves that transform their lives. We are creating a community of game changers. Listen in each week and let's help you unleash the power within. Bold talk, bold impact, bold transformation. Be sure to connect with me at www.livesuperbold.com.
Super Bowl Live with Nicole R. Coleman. Tuesdays, 7 to 8 p.m. on 1520 KYND.
The power is here. KYND brings you star power. Yolanda Adams,
Can I tell you how excited we are about being at KYND?
Les Brown,
On KYND, you have something special. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Rushion McDonald,
Show some love. Show some love. We're trying to make it sound big up in this joint.
access the power at KYNDradio.com.
We are so excited at KYND to have back the hit show Do What I Say featuring Dr. Polly Heil Neely. Doc, tell them a little bit about what you do.
Yeah, we're a holistic healthcare clinic. We do everything holistic at Abundant Health and Wellness Clinic, and that's located at 323 East Main Street in downtown Humble, Texas. Or you can call us 281-312-2860.
Tune in every Wednesday at 11 a.m. on KYND.
Here, everywhere. Everywhere. The powerful 1520.
Welcome back to your Love Empowerment Hour with Sitting with the Suttons. We're your hosts, Tristan and Cece, and we thank you for joining us tonight in the conversation about it's levels to this.
It's levels to it.
It's levels to
Three
this.
to be exact.
And tonight we're talking about the 3 levels that you go through in a marriage. And before we left off, we started off with phase 1, the now boarding phase. And we were talking about how, this is the giddy phase where we're so excited about the marriage and the wedding and all that stuff. And we started talking about some solutions to get through that phase. So just to recap on the first solution.
So solution 1, I was take premarital counseling. We took 3 different forms. One was a Catholicism one, and we're not even Catholic. But we just wanted to be prepared. Guys out there, you can relate to this. It's like some of the sports stars we watch. They prepare before the big game.
Yeah.
Peyton Manning spends hours of watching pregame footage and reading the playbook. Steph Curry, Ray Allen take thousands of shots before the game. So you want to be prepared before you get to the big game of marriage, because hopefully you're only doing this once. You only got one shot at it. And then number 2, talk about what's important. So some of the why premarital counseling is important. You're going to go through some of the top reasons that divorces happen in marriage. 5 of the most common reasons for divorce are finances. If that money is acting funny, and finances is one of the number one reasons for divorce.
Yes, it is.
You need to have a plan. Are we going to have dual bank accounts? Who's going to be the breadwinner? 6 months saving net. What are we going to do about credit and student loans and things like that? What happens if one of us loses a job? We talked about that on another show. So how to handle finances as life happens and things come up.
Right.
Sex. Oh.
I wanted to add real quickly for those who missed the other show that we did with Carl King Mays, the motivator. Shout out to Carl this evening. We shared a personal story where Tristan and I both got laid off at the same time. And it could have been a pretty turbulent time in our marriage had we not saved up for that storm. But like we said, it's not a matter of if it happens.
It's a matter of when. And that preparation. We had that 6 month savings, and we also prepared each other that we're in it for the long haul, good and bad, just like the vows say. So finances. Sex is another thing that causes a lot of discord in marriages. If you're going in thinking that you're getting 7 days a week, but the other one is thinking 2 days, y'all need to talk about that before
work that out.
You board that plane.
Please talk about that before you board the plane.
You getting on there thinking that there's going to be a meal and a move, and they come around with peanuts and pretzels. I'm just saying. So y'all need to have that conversation. In-laws, how we going to handle the family? So how much influence do they still have over you now that you're in this marriage?
That's right.
Because the Bible says, we leave and become one. So mama ain't got no control of what's over on in my house.
Say that. That's so important. I mean, you really have to take that seriously, especially if you're very close to your family. And you have to go the extra mile to not even share that personal stuff with your family because we know what that can do.
We know what happens. It causes discord. Children, do you want a tribe or do you just want one? So, you have some people that don't talk about this before marriage.
That's real.
And so after they get settled in, it's like, all right, it's time to start making these 5 kids. It's like, oh, I only want one.
Right. Or they go on the front end and they say, we want kids, but they don't talk about when. The wife is thinking we can marinate on this a little bit, and the husband's like, no, we need them now.
Yeah. Stop taking those pills these months.
Yeah.
Stuff happens. And then communication breakdown. So communication rules the nation. Same with marriage. If you don't have a set form of communication or open lines of communication, that could be very detrimental to your union.
Yes.
So you want to make sure that you have a way to discuss things and concerns with each other, as well as be able to share goals and plans with one another as well.
Right.
And then you want to learn, number 3 is learn each other's love language. We've talked about this several episodes, but this is one of the most critical things that you can implement into your marriage. The 5 love languages. Number 1, physical touch. Touch me.
Here we go.
So physical touch, that could be someone's love language. No matter what's going on in the world, if you just touch them, it can relieve all the stress of their day. It can help them come back to you. So make sure that you understand, is that other person's love language physical touch? Number 2, quality time. So all the time, your spouse doesn't need to be touched or things like that. They just need you to pay attention to them.
Right.
So that means step away from the game. Put the phone down or the tablet down. Get off work early or take a day off and spend some quality time with your significant other. That goes both ways, men and women. 3rd, words of affirmation. Speak life, not into your relationship, but also into each other. So, baby, you look beautiful today.
Thank you.
You did a good job cooking last night.
Thank you.
You toe it up in the bedroom. I mean, just speak those positive things into each other, and that way that you can validate each other's feelings. 4th is acts of service. So, ladies, gentlemen, if you know that your significant others likes food to be ready when they get home, the house to be vacuumed, flowers, things of that nature,
or the trash taken out,
or dishes washed. So this is free game for the guys. So if you don't normally wash dishes, surprise your significant other. Get home before them, wash the dishes. I guarantee you the sink won't be the only thing wet at night.
Lord have mercy. So true.
Number 5, receiving gifts. Perfect segue. So it isn't all about materialism as well. It doesn't have to be red bottoms and Gucci, Fendi, of this. It could be small tokens of appreciation that show that, hey, you're still important to me. You still matter to me.
Right.
And I want to do something a little bit above and beyond the normal and take care of you. So those are the 5 love languages. I encourage you to go to 5lovelanguages.com. That's 5, the number, lovelanguages.com. And take the quiz to find out what your love language is, and that's how you can communicate with each other. Because a lot of people, if mine is touch, I'm expecting my wife to respond the same way. there could be some breakdown in communication.
Right. So you can't expect the other one to, just because touch is yours doesn't mean touch is mine.
Exactly.
So you need to be able to communicate in my language as well. That's good. Exactly. That's good. So those are our 3 Sutton Says tips in getting through the now boarding phase. Now, most couples in this phase in particular are excited about their trip, but they really haven't thought about what could be up ahead. A delayed flight, bad weather, or even worse, the plane crashing. So we'll call this next level in our 3-level phase.
What we call
turbulence.
Buckle up.
Sometimes
that ride can get a little bumpy.
Yes, it does. What happens in the turbulence phase?
Oh, man, life comes at you. Yeah. You can have a clear pathway, but all of a sudden, something just comes at you.
Is that what the plane does?
I mean, sometimes.
Yeah,
depends if you find a G5. I don't know. Private plane. Shout out to Craig Moden. So you never know what life is going to throw at you.
Right.
The weather could be clear, but all of a sudden, the plane starts rocking.
Right.
You need to make an emergency landing. So you just always want to be prepared for what challenges may arise. Not if they arise, but when they arise.
What else happens in turbulence? Let's see. Problems with communication, in-laws, finances, infidelity.
Yeah. This is where the issues and baggage start to surface.
Yeah.
Problems with communications, children, because we got married, we're happy, but all of a sudden now we have another human being, and now our attention is diverted from us, each other, to another person. So a lot of things can come up with that. We realize that maybe one day we made a mistake getting married. Talk about that.
Unfortunately, it doesn't take very long to get in this turbulence phase. It's like as soon as you jump the broom and y'all move in together, it's like, wait a minute, did I pray?
Yeah.
I think I may have forgotten to pray about this.
2 personalities clashing.
2 completely different personalities. It's so interesting how, everything can be one way before saying I do, and then how it can completely change. Almost seems like overnight sometimes.
Because you have what's called the adjustment period.
Yes.
You have 2 sets of needs and wants. So keep in mind, those are 2 different things. Your needs and wants versus my needs and wants, essentially. But then once we get into that adjustment phase and we start figuring out, okay, let's see how we can align these needs together. Let's see how we can align. Because remember what we said last time, hashtag, it's not me, it's we.
It's we.
So we need to figure out how we can univarize and synchronize and all the above to make each other happy versus just making me happy.
That's right. And I think that's where the turbulent phase starts to come up, because now it's like we realize, it's not about me being happy anymore. I mean, what about my needs? What about I need?
Right.
And that's where a lot of the conflict comes up.
During this period, it's really important to go back to that first level.
Yeah.
Back to when you were about to get on the plane, you're all happy. We're about to go on vacation, beaches and Mai Tais. And think about what made you happy in that first level. So now that you're going through those bumps, ups and downs on the flight, or if you're at a certain airline stuck on a tarmac for 2 hours, what's going to keep you happy going through all of that?
Right.
And that's what originally got you to that point.
Right. If you're just tuning in, please like, share, and follow this video. It's so important that we take the time to share with everyone the good news about marriage and why it's worth sticking in it. Tonight we're talking about the 3 levels to marriage and the different phases that you can go through during that time, and we're presenting some really helpful solutions that we hope will help you get out of some of these areas that we're in right now.
Yeah, we're gonna get you the parachute to get off the plane.
Facebookers,
making marriage great again.
We want to know if you're out there right now in phase 2. If you are in phase 2 of your marriage, we want you to type phase 2 in the comment section. Let us know how it's going for you in that phase, and please also give us a call tonight if you'd like to share with us a little bit. 832-230-5592.
Indeed.
So, what are some solutions we have here, team?
Well, you gonna tell them about our turbulence phase?
Oh my goodness! Well, let me take off my belt and kick off my shoes. So here's the deal. Is this the phase where I kind of led the city yet?
No, that's not.
Not yet.
You were running around the house nagging.
Oh, I was running around the house. That's right. So y'all, we all start off this way. We're a bunch of emotions, and we're getting mad and all this stuff. And when Tristan and I used to get into it, y'all, I would light it up. I would chase this man around the house. Are we gonna talk about this? I'd nag him up and down them stairs, to the point where it really started to just eat away at our marriage.
Yeah.
It really did. It was getting pretty fiery, and I finally had to accept some of the responsibility for that and say, you know what, I'm not handling this the way that, God would have me to handle it. I married someone who's very logical, who wants to sit down and communicate about things. He don't want to yell across the bedroom. And so I started praying about it. Lord, help me in this area. I don't want to be that crazy wife where my husband decide he want to live on the roof. That's not what I wanted to have our marriage reflect. So with time, with much prayer, with much patience, we made it through that. And, today when we get into an argument, I kind of just say, you know what, I'm just going to sit back. I'm going to relax. I'm going to allow God to be God and help us work through this. I'm not going to get all irate the way I used to. So there's a way to get out of these situations, and hopefully these solutions will help you get there. At this time, we're going to take a quick break here, and when we come back, we will talk about the third and final phase. Like, share, and follow Tristan and Cece.
Hi, this is Nicole R. Coleman, host of the new show, Super Bold Live. Each week, I will feature real people just like you that have stepped out on faith, overcome fear, and made bold moves that transform their lives. We are creating a community of game changers. Listen in each week and let's help you unleash the power within. Bold talk, bold impact, bold transformation. Be sure to connect with me at www.livesuperbold.com.
Super Bowl Live with Nicole R. Coleman. Tuesdays, 7 to 8 p.m. on 1520 KYND.
The power is here. KYND brings you star power. Yolanda Adams.
Can I tell you how excited we are about being at KYND?
Les Brown.
On KYND, you have something special. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Rushion McDonald.
Show some love. Show some love. We're trying to make it sound big up in this joint.
Access the power at KYNDradio.com.
We are so excited at KYND to have back the hit show Do What I Say, featuring Dr. Polly Heil Neely. Doc, tell them a little bit about what you do.
Yeah, we're a holistic healthcare clinic. We do everything holistic at Abundant Health and Wellness Clinic, and that's located at 323 East Main Street in downtown Humble, Texas. Or you can call us 281-312-2860.
Tune in every Wednesday at 11 a.m. on KYND.
Into Sugarland. On the air everywhere. Everywhere. The powerful 1520.
Hey, lovebirds, welcome back to your Love and Empowerment Hour. You are now sitting with the Suttons, and we're your hosts, Tristan and Cece. And tonight we are talking about, it's levels to this.
Levels to it.
And how many levels is it in this marriage?
All tree.
We're talking about the 3 levels of marriage and how to get through those levels. And before we left, we started talking about the turbulence phase.
Yeah, it gets a little rocky.
Where things start to kind of fall apart and you need some solutions to get quickly out of there, out of those issues, not out of the marriage, but out of those issues. So before we left, we talked about one of those solutions, and we'll go ahead into the second and third ones. Or did we
learn how to accept each other's flaws was number one.
Yeah, that's right.
So you need God's power to accept those differences, because you're two different individuals becoming one and united.
Yes.
So once you stop trying to change your spouse and allow God to, that's when things become less turbulent. Because you got to think about it. Every day we're trying to better ourselves. That's why you got life coaches out there, the self-improvement books, because we're trying to better ourselves. So how can we constantly be working ourselves and expect to change someone instantly?
Right. Right. That's so true. That is so true. And, the minute that we start accepting each other's flaws, it becomes a little bit easier. I remember when we were going through the whole weight loss journey, we came in that together, but we didn't exactly come out of it together. I was very gung-ho. Let's do it. Let's lose weight. Let's get it together. Because we had picked up like 20, 30 pounds each probably. And we agreed to lose weight, but I think we didn't agree at the pace that we were going to do it.
You was on some Jackie Joyner cursey stuff. I was trying to jog.
I mean, I thought that we were going to be going at this full speed ahead. I thought he was going to want to get up and work out every night, every morning, all that stuff. But he didn't. And so I found myself nagging the smack out of him. I nagged him so much.
Skipping leg day just to run a mouth.
I nagged him so much that I got tired of hearing me. And so finally I said, you know what, Lord, I don't want to be that wife that's nagging my husband to do stuff all the time. It was pushing him further and further into the very action that I was trying to pull him out of. And so I said, Lord, I promise you, I'm just going to leave it alone.
Yeah. Women, nagging does not work. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but nagging does not work. It's not an effective tactic or tool in your belt. What it does is just makes us shut down. And we'll just nod our head and smile just to pacify you. But more than likely, what you want to accomplish with that nag or series of nags will not work.
Yeah, I found that out the hard way. So I finally decided, you know what, I'm not going to say another thing to him about going to the gym. I'm only calling his name one time in the morning, and if he don't respond, I'm out. So I did that for a while, ended up losing 30 pounds, and lo and behold, this one comes around and says,
look at God.
I think I'll go ahead and start working out. Like, really? Like, all this time? So, ladies, let this be a lesson. Our men are motivated by action, not by nagging.
Wow. And solution number 2, implement the out of love technique. We want to give all glory to God and honor deacons on the roster.
Come on.
And credit to Pastor Timothy Sloan, pastor of the Luke Church in Humble. Yeah. He was the pastor that married us and gave us our counseling, but he gave us this one technique that has saved us throughout 10 years of marriage, and we've shared this with other couples and saved them as well. It's called out of love. Break it down for them what it is.
So here's the short and skinny of out of love. It is a safe word that we use whenever
pineapples.
It works like pineapples. So what you do is, if I come to Tristan and say, hey, out of love, T, it really bothers me when you leave the toilet seat up. Can you please not do that? Tristan cannot come back with a clap back.
Can't clap back.
He can't get upset. He can't go off on a tangent. Well, you do this and you do that. He can only respond in love.
Yes.
And so he'll come back and say, you know, Cece, I apologize. I understand that bothers you. I'll try to remember next time not to do that. I'll do better.
Yeah.
And we move on with our life. We don't sit there and harp on it. We don't sit there and argue back and forth about it. The out of love code is meant to protect that safe space. That prepares your spouse to hear something that they probably don't want to hear. When I tell you that works, and it has worked for 10 years, it truly works. Try it, but stay true to it.
Yes.
You can't clap back.
Can't clap back. Out of 7 episodes of Sitting with the Suttons, if you don't take one thing away, take that away. It's out of love.
Yeah.
What it does is it disarms the individual that, okay, there's something I need to work on and need to change.
Right.
But it's not always, okay, this is what makes you unhappy, so let me change or do it right away. Sometimes there has to be compromise.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, it's not going to be automatic, okay. Sometimes it's, can I leave the toilet seat halfway up?
Lord have mercy.
Okay, so then the third solution, seek to understand, then to be understood. So, you know, in life, marriage, business, work, when we're listening, we're already formulating our response.
Yep.
We're just waiting for the right time to jump in, say what we want to say, to clap back, get the one up, things like that. But you have to first seek to understand, where is your spouse coming from? What space are they? Why are they upset with this? What's their key root of this?
Right.
And then once you understand, then it's your turn to be understood. Okay, so give them an example.
So, you know, Tristan comes and says, you know, he's having an issue with something that I'm doing. And instead of trying to formulate what I'm going to say, I listen to him, and then I say, okay, so T, what I hear you saying is that it really bothers you when I leave the cap off the toothpaste. I need to be more mindful of that in the future.
Yes.
Tristan replies back, yes. Okay, well, I'll work on that. And you kind of just leave it at that. You don't really, this marriage thing is not about clapping back on everything, tit for tat. It's just not. It's just not.
Going to work. So you have to find that happy medium to where you can be able to express your grievances. Because, like we said, no one's perfect.
Right.
So you're going to do things that make me unhappy and vice versa.
Right.
I have to be able to be comfortable coming to you and saying that with respect and in a nice tone, and we can work through it and come up with solutions. Everything isn't going to be, oh, I leave my shoes downstairs, that upsets you. Maybe we can compromise. Well, maybe instead of leaving 3 pairs of shoes downstairs, I can leave 1.
Right. And that actually is a real life situation for us. Tristan used to leave his whole closet downstairs, and I'd be like, well, dude, you know, what can we do? So it's all about compromise, communicating with each other in a respectful manner. These things can really help you through that turbulence phase.
Indeed.
Now, the third and final phase that we have here. This is an interesting one because, you know, we don't want to have to go through this phase, but the truth of the matter is you just might find yourself there. This phase is called Where's my parachute? Where is my parachute? Because I'm ready to get up out of here.
Where's the bungee cord?
This is the phase where the real marriages are made. You know, we say and do things that hurt each other. We decide to either, you know, fight for our marriage or let go of our marriage. We make critical decisions to accept each other. I mean, this can be a really, really rough phase.
This is really where you see your character and how serious you're taking this union, because you made a commitment for life.
Yeah.
And when little things come up that, you know, irk you on or make you want to quit, you have to fight through it.
Yeah.
Because imagine how every time if we got upset at work, we quit. We'd have 30 jobs on our resume.
Some of us got that.
Some of us do. Some of us do.
But yeah, very good point. You don't go into work quitting every day just because, you know, your boss upsets you. You know, you grit your way through that. You take extended lunch breaks. You get your way out of there.
Just because your coworker ate your lunch out the refrigerator don't mean you quit.
You're so silly. So you know what, y'all? I'm gonna be honest with you. There was a time that I fled. I grabbed my parachute. I sure did. I always knew that I had an airport that I could land at.
Yes, you did.
Very safely, and that was my mother's house.
Mama.
So, our first year of marriage, we got into it real good that night. And to be honest with you, I wasn't expecting to drive from Katy all the way up to Humble. I was thinking that, you know, once I went storming out that door, this one would be on my tail saying, get your booty back in this house.
Nah, what I did, I gave her a flight pattern. I said, take 59 instead of the Beltway. Less traffic.
Trisha is so horrible, y'all.
I said, don't forget your keys. They on the counter.
When I tell you that this man let me leave his house, and I sure did. I went to go stay with my mom in Humble, and when I got there, you know, bless my mom, love you, Mom. She just opened the door and let me come on in.
Yeah.
I took a shower and went to bed. We didn't talk about it or anything like that. You know, Mom just knew I probably just needed a break. I mean, it was year one.
Yeah.
Year one was real for the Suttons. We're only children, so maybe that has something to do with it. I don't know. That whole merging was something serious, but. After that, that night, Tristan texted me that next morning and was like, meet you at church. And I was like, yes, sir. See you at church. And we just decided from that day on, you know, when we get upset, we're not going to grab a parachute.
No.
We might go into another room and cool off, but we're going to stay in the same vicinity and we're going to, you know, work this through.
You got to talk it through.
You got to talk it through.
Because when you leave, let's be real, you start festering, right?
Yeah.
Things start marinating, soaking in down to the bone.
Yeah.
And then when things come up in the future, you go back to that.
That's what you do.
You know what? She always been tripping. He always been tripping. So what you have to do is you may need to take a moment.
Yeah.
Go into another room, go outside on your patio, but don't leave.
Don't leave.
Gather your thoughts. You know, you be cussing at each other in your head. But then get in there and out of love, let's talk about this and get through this.
Right. It works.
It works.
It works. It really can work. 10 years later. It's been a fun journey. But when we come back from our commercial break, we're going to share with you 3 very helpful solutions to help you through this where's my parachute phase.
Don't jump.
So stick around. Like, share, and follow Tristan and Cece. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Zakia Larry of Zakia Larry Live every Monday at 10 a.m. on KYND 1520 a.m.
In a world where the divorce rate is at an all-time high, we're here to offer you real-life relationship advice to help you navigate to and through your marriage.
Whether you're single or married, join us every Wednesday at 7 p.m. for your Love Empowerment Hour with our new show,
Sitting with the Suttons, where we're all about strengthening our community by making marriage great again. Find us on Facebook at Tristan and Cece. Whether you're single or married, join us every Wednesday at 7 p.m. for your Love Empowerment Hour. Sitting with the Suttons.
Sitting with the Suttons. Wednesdays, 7 p.m. on 1520 KYND.
Actress, radio host, and mother. Please welcome to Money Making Conversation, the incredible Yolanda Adams. Come on out here, girl. Let's talk about the KYD radio launch and all that.
Yes,
talk about it.
Radio launch next week, July 6th. We are on live. Myself.
Come on now.
Marcus D. Wiley and AV. We are back together. full force. We are so excited. Can I tell you how excited we are about being at KYND? I mean, look at y'all. Look at y'all. This right here is like amazing.
Hi, this is Nicole R. Coleman, host of the new show, Super Bold Live. Each week, I will feature real people just like you that have stepped out on faith, overcome fear, and made bold moves that transform their lives. We are creating a community of game changers. Listen in each week and let's help you unleash the power within. Bold talk, bold impact, bold transformation. Be sure to connect with me at www.livesuperbold.com.
Super Bowl Live with Nicole R. Coleman. Tuesdays, 7 to 8 p.m. on 1520 KYND.
The power is here. KYND brings you star power. Yolanda Adams.
Can I tell you how excited we are about being at KYND?
Les Brown.
On KYND, you have something special. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Rushion McDonald.
Show some love. Show some love. We trying to make it sound big up in this joint.
Access the power at KYNDradio.com.
We are
From Angleton to Austin, on the air everywhere. Everywhere. The powerful 1520.
Welcome back to your Love and Empowerment Hour. You are now sitting with the Suttons. We are your hosts, Cece and Tristan. And tonight we're having some really good dialogue around the 3 phases, the 3 levels in marriage. And tonight we're talking about how those levels are real and how we need to be coming prepared with solutions to get through them before we get to them. We left off on our last phase, which is where in the world is my parachute? Because I'm getting ready to jump up out this piece. And we're talking about how that's truly the most turbulent. That's where marriages are made or broken, right there in that phase. So here are 3 solutions that we offer to help you through that phase. Number 1, you got to remember your covenant with God. Got to go back to that altar and just remember, you know what? I said that I was in this for the long haul. Some of us think that separation might be the answer to it. The Suttons say separation's not even the answer to it, because the minute you allow that crack, because the enemy is looking just for a small crack. It don't take much. It doesn't take much. And during that separation period, that is an opportunity for him to come in and really tear the house down.
Absolutely.
So we encourage you to really remember that covenant and take it back to God, these issues that you're having. He will help us get through those things. Number 2, identify the real attacker and the true protector. For us married couples, I'm sure there have been many times where you got into an argument over something where you don't even know where it came from. One minute y'all was laughing and cutting up.
Why am I even mad?
I think this happened to us this week. We were just laughing and having a good time, and before I knew it, we was in an argument, and it was like, where did this come from? That's usually the enemy. Okay, the enemy comes to steal, kill, and destroy. As we know, he is trying to destroy our marriages, because he knows if he can destroy our marriage, he can destroy a community, and he can destroy a nation. So just remember that that's the real attacker, and the true protector is God. If you have that as your foundation, if he's your foundation, he's your protector. And lastly here, remember that the grass is not always greener on the other side.
Turf.
We talked about that last week. It's not always greener grass.
Yeah, it's artificial sometimes.
It's usually artificial.
No nutrients. Looks nice, soft, and plush, but it's rough once you really get down to it.
That's right. That's right. So we hope that going over these 3 phases and giving you some of these just brief tips on how to get through these phases will help you as you encounter each phase in your marriage. Constantly be in prayer, constantly communicate. No such thing as over communicating in a marriage.
No, there's not. You always need to be able to express how you feel, share your goals, share your mindset, and also just be able to know each other even at a deeper level.
Yeah.
As the more you communicate, the more you really get to understand someone.
That's so true. That's so true. And don't forget about the love languages. Start learning how to speak your spouse's love language. It's not just the husband's responsibility to know his wife's. The wife needs to know her husband's love language as well, and vice versa. So we have come up on the hour where we're getting ready to go into Suttons in the City. But before we get to Suttons in the City, let's just show our sponsor some love this evening.
Indeed. Shout out to Kyra Harwick with the Kyra Company, a business development consulting agency here in Houston. They develop us as well. The Kyra Company specializes in small business and helping you grow, come up with systems and processes, streamline your business and your company, as well as motivate your team. So be sure to check out thekyracompany.com. We're going to put her link in the Facebook as well. And then our second sponsor, we'd like to shout out Miss Rosemary Tucker with Blisty's Boutiques. So all types of Christian inspirational apparel, shirts for men and women, tights, leggings, dresses, blouses for ladies, also jewelry. So blistysboutique.com. I'm going to put that on the Facebook Live link. And she's also having a 10% off sale right now. So tell her the Sutton sent you.
Yes. And before we head once more into Suttons in the City, I just want to show some love here real quickly. We have the Jeffersons tonight, Brandy and Jetty. We thank you for always tuning in. Lakeisha Landry, she's always faithfully here with us as well. Indeed. Charmaine Nesby, Brandy Jefferson, Thesha, I believe that's the way you pronounce it, Thesha Jenkins. We have a few others, Candace Washington. Hey, Candace.
Shout out to Candace.
Our girl. Our help. Sylvia Grady Phillips, she's here. Lori Verrett, who's faithfully here as well. Mary Cias. All of you guys, we really appreciate you for tuning in tonight. Amber Burton, my girl Kimberly Hollard, all the way in the NOLA.
Yeah.
Thank you for sending love from all the way out in Louisiana.
And so if you're looking to follow us online, go to Facebook or Instagram at Tristan and CC. That's Ann spelled out, Tristan and CC.
Yes. We thank you again for joining us tonight on this hour. Let's go ahead and wrap it up with Suttons in the City.
Suttons in the City.
Suttons in the City.
There we go. So, Suttons in the City, we are your one-stop shop for all things related to love, relationships, and business. We are your love and lifestyle enthusiasts, foodie socialites, and small business advocates. So, Suttons in the City, we like to do a restaurant pop-up. You know, this week, we haven't been here in a while. Time to take it back. Throwback Thursday.
Okay.
We're going to go to Pili Pili.
Okay.
And get some of those prawns. Have y'all ever had the prawns from Pili Pili?
Those things are pretty good.
They're like Fred Flintstone sized shrimp. Delicious. Great sauce and everything. So that's where we're going to be at this weekend. We're going to check them back out. Good food, good atmosphere, nice date night with your spouse or significant other. So
tell them where Pili Pili is.
So they have a location in the Galleria, and also have one 290 on the north side. Yeah, that way. In Vintage Park. So we're going to be most likely at the Galleria. And it's going to be off the chain. So that's Suttons in the City at our restaurant pop-up. What's going on in the streets this week? Shout out to Andre and Gabrielle Gafford. They just opened their own business, Replenish Cryotherapy, in Pearland. So they're having a grand opening. We're going to go support them.
Yes.
You know, we've been working out with our trainer, Joy Diggs, and kind of get our bodies back in shape. So cryotherapy is a form of cold treatment to help you recover from working out and things like that. So if y'all ever seen people in those little tubes with steam coming out, that's cryotherapy. So they are located in Pearland at 12155 Shadow Creek Parkway. You can go to replenishcryo.com. So shout out to them. But that's what's going on in the streets this week.
And you know what? While we're at it, the Suttons are trying to get it together. Everything, our health, our eating, our spine, all that stuff. And we just want to show some real quick love to two businesses that we stopped by this week. One is Glow Aesthetics with Shalana Crawford.
Yes, indeed.
And we so appreciate her for helping us get our aesthetics on. I hope you see a little bit of a glow.
Well, we glowing because it's hot in here.
Well,
sweat, but yes.
Number one. But if you do see a nice little kind of a golden thing going on, she's really helping us with getting our skincare together. Ladies, we're really good about, just slapping some makeup on and covering the zits and stuff. But I encourage you to work on getting healthier skin. And she's definitely your girl if you want to check her out at Glow Aesthetics on Instagram. And also we stopped by Mr. Leardis Lister
at Concierge Chiropractic. Shout out to Dr. Lister, who's on the movement to help the entire city of Houston get in alignment with adjustments and chiropractic care. So he's also in Pearland. He's one of our sponsors and official chiropractor of Team Sutton.
Come on.
So we want to show him some love. So if you're looking to get adjusted, be sure to check out him. We're going to put his information in Facebook as well.
And Glow Aesthetics also is in Pearland. Pearland, y'all got all the good businesses. I mean, what's up?
What's up? What about the west side? Where's 44 at? Come on now.
Well, that's Suttons in the City. You will find me pretty much where you always find me. On Fridays, I'm usually at Melodrama Boutique. And on Saturdays, I am at Shape Community Center dancing my life away and hopefully shedding some pounds at Shape Community Center with Flow Motion Dance Association. So a lot of great things going on in our wonderful city. Get plugged in. Go to the Tristan and Cece's page on Facebook and Instagram to keep up where we are.
Yes, indeed. And like and share. Be sure to share this video right now so we can spread the word on making marriage great again.
Yes. Well, it has been an empowering hour once again.
feel good about this.
I do too. I do too. I think some people really got some things out of this one. So we never like to leave the hour without speaking words of life over our situation, over our marriages. And so we will end this hour with doing our affirmation.
Indeed.
Right hands up.
Right hands up. Let's begin. Today, I will commit to being a better person than I was yesterday.
Today, I will be open and honest with myself.
Today, I will be a better communicator.
Today, I will rid myself of negative views of dating and marriage. Today, I will do my part in making marriage great again. We want to thank you all so much again for tuning in with Sitting with the Suttons, where we're all about making marriage great again. Please like, share, and follow our page, Tristan and Cece, on Instagram and Facebook for more great relationship advice. We look forward to having you back next Wednesday, same time, same place. And please, again, have a great week.
Make marriage great again.
The views and opinions expressed on KYND 1520 talk programs are those of the host, guest, and callers, and are not necessarily those of this station, its owners, management, other hosts, or advertisers. Show topics on this station may include conversations on any lifestyle, belief, religion, political affiliation, or other personal practices. KYND, a Synergy Broadcasting.